What's up, guys? It's Alex back here with your weather forecast. So, we're gonna have a lot to talk about today, and I'm actually pretty excited for you snow lovers in New Jersey. I'm getting extremely excited for you guys. We have a really good pattern headed our way. I think this could deliver some pretty good-ass snow. So, what did we get with the wind? Last Friday, I will say this wind was insane on the backside. The front end, though, wasn't as insane. It was windy, but the damaging stuff stayed over near Long Island. New Jersey was in the spare until that cold front came through. Then we had a lull, and then we had a barrage of severe thunderstorm warnings that came through around 3 or 4. And then after that, those damaging wind gusts and roaring wind just flashed through in an instant across here. And even here, these wind gusts were ferocious, and I will say ferocious because when you just went outside, you can just hear the roaring of that jet stream roaring down. I mean, my God, these winds were quite something. And in fact, the NWs did issue a last-minute high wind warning, and that was very, very incredible what we had. So, my God, that was quite insane. But we're done now. We've had a little bit of damage. We had some shingles ripped off. We had trees down. So, yeah. Definitely something to remember. But now we're going to be moving into a period where it's going to get snowy. And in fact, we might have a delayed opening for tomorrow. So let's get into that. So, for today, you are probably going to see some pretty impressive snowfall rates once we get into 6 to 7 a.m. And we might be seeing some heavy snow coming down, potentially, across central and northern New Jersey before it all exits. It's a very quick-hitting snowstorm. But I will say this has potential. And it could happen, And I'm just keeping an eye out on it. Now, we're going to get into our next system. And this next system has been really interesting because it was primarily going to be an ice storm, or maybe a rain and like an ice storm. And then it started trending into a big snowstorm once we started looking at the models today. And I was shocked of what I was seeing. I saw some 12 to 15-inch amounts across New Jersey from some of the models. And according to this trend, it's trending southward on each run of the European. So what does this tell me is that this could be a very significant event after Christmas, just after Christmas, not on Christmas itself. So I don't think we're going to be dealing with the white Christmas. Maybe some snow from yesterday can stay over there, but I'm not sure about that. But after white Christmas, I can almost guarantee you that right now we're going to have that across here. I mean, we could be seeing some bizarre snowfall on the 26th. And let me just show you why. So, let's go to the European here. That's your snowfall for tomorrow. Not that much, but, it's something. Now, let's get into that 26th period that I was talking about. This is 1 p.m. for Friday, and you're going to see snowfall overspread in the region, and, it's going to start picking up in intensity. Look at this. By the time we get into 7 p.m. on Friday, it is puking snowfall across western New York into northern Pennsylvania and getting into New Jersey. And then 10 p.m., just a walloping amount of snow happening northern New Jersey, central New Jersey, and especially southern New York. They are getting pummeled. Not just pummeled. That is the type of intensity we could be talking about thunder snow. That is just insane, dude. Wow. And then moves offshore. Look at this snowfall still continuing. So I'm telling you, these early signals I'm seeing out of the European, it's starting to, starting to scream to me that we could be dealing with some more snowfall than what we thought earlier. Then a little bit of a weaker system comes through Sunday with some rain, but I don't think the rain should wash away all that snow at all. So I think we're still going to have snow on the ground absolutely after this system. And you know why I'm saying this thing's so interesting? Why? Let's go back to, let's say, the 12Z. Look at the shifts that we're seeing. This was 12Z yesterday. This was 0Z. Well, look at that heavy snowfall. I mean, wow. But then it transitions to rain, as you can see. Then let's go to 12Z. And it still shows more snow, but still rain. And now the 18Z is entirely snow. So it's telling me this is trending a lot colder and not a torch like the models were hinting at long ago. Now the GFS, oh my god. Hold on to your galoshes, people. The GFS goes wild with this. And I do see why it could. So, same exact timing. 1 p.m. for Friday. It comes in a lot sooner, though. 4 p.m., look at that snow. Look at that messy, heavy snow across all of New Jersey. By the time we get into 7 p.m., look at that thumping of snow across all of New Jersey practically. And then 7 a.m., it's as soon out of here. But, dude, I can tell you right now that could be some ridiculously heavy snow. Then you have that warmer system, and then you have some lake effect snow behind that. And then, yeah, I mean, I personally think this is a really good snowstorm. And then watch this. By the time we get into January 7th, we may have a Miller A. Nor'easter close call. And that looks like a really interesting system. We're going to have to watch that. But again, I'm really keeping my eye out on that clipper now. That looks like a pretty impressive clipper to me. Now, what does the icon show? The icon shows rain. Everywhere a rain bomb. I do not agree with that. And why do I not agree with that? The icon, dude, bro, what? Okay, you know what? Let me just take a look at the temperatures. Okay, that's very interesting. That's actually very interesting here. Friday into Saturday. It's below freezing. I think something's wrong with the icon because it's below freezing. It's literally below freezing, so that might just very well be heavy ice or heavy snow. That, to me, looks like some heavy snow potentially. I don't get why it doesn't show it, but that's pretty weird. It can't be raining at 29 degrees. It can't. But we'll see what the hell that's about. But you just get my idea. I'm starting to become way more interested in that clipper. And why? Let's go look at this total snowfall. And it will add up. Potentially up to 11 inches in central New Jersey. And potentially up to 15 in northern New Jersey. And this is starting to, ring off my bells. Because I think these clippers have a history of overperforming this year. And this could be easily one of the cases where you go from this 1 to 4 inch snowfall event, and you could be surprised with the foot of snow. Just like we talked about our last clipper, 3 to 5. We got 7.5 from that. So what I'm trying to say is don't go with the forecast models because they can be BS with the snowfall totals. Because we easily got more than that. And the whole entire state of New Jersey overperformed in general with that event. That was very impressive stuff. And I think this clipper might even be even more impressive this time with the 26th into the 27th. Is it going to be a major crippling ice storm or is it going to be a heavy snowstorm event? That is still yet to figure out. But we do know there's going to be a bunch of wintry precipitation going to that time frame. And I feel it will start off as heavy snow no matter what. If it transitions over to an ice storm, then we could be talking about crippling ice with that. But I'm starting to lean over that we could have some heavy snow in New Jersey. Like, very heavy snow. It isn't just like, oh, an inch an hour. We'd be talking 2 to 3 inches an hour. That could be enough to produce thunderstorm. So, we will have to see how this pattern progresses. But, I'm starting to like the pattern that we're getting into, where we have a system before Christmas. After Christmas is the huge system I'm watching for. And then early January is looking really active. Early January is still looking really active. And I think it gets even more active once we get past that time. And that's the time when we're going to start talking about Miller A. nor'easters coming back into the picture. Mid-January, late January, into February, into March. Miller A. nor'easters, the common theme that we're going to start seeing. And I can tell you, what we have right now is cold, cold, cold. And that cold, when it interacts with that warm ocean air, it's bound to create a crazy nor'easter. It's about to produce some very historic snows. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. When is that ticking time bomb gonna go off for mid-January into February? When is it gonna happen? But we know that this year has a very high ceiling because the snow that we've been seeing so far has been very impressive. Mid-December, 7.5 inches already. And we're not even... Dude, we didn't even start winter until yesterday. We officially started winter since yesterday. But first day of winter, and even in the fall, 7.5 inches. That's just so impressive. I feel this winter is going to be something to remember for you guys in New Jersey. It's really going to be something. It's really going to be something. Not like last year how you had, a max of 3 inches and some freezing rain. No, it wasn't like that. This year, I'm talking big, major snowstorms that you will remember for your lifetime. So I'm becoming more and more excited, and this will bode well into thunderstorm and severe weather season as well. If we have an active jet stream like this, and this continues all throughout the year, I think we're going to be seeing some pretty epic thunderstorms, even at night, even in the day, but definitely way more impressive than 2025. 2025, absolute garbage. That year was just the worst. It was horrible in terms of storms and good stuff. But I think we're going to be heading into a very active stretch. Whether it's an ice storm, a snowstorm, not much in the rain, not much in the way of rain. Not much in the way of rain. And that's what I love hearing. Not much in the way of rain, so we won't wash away all of this completely. So, guys, I will see you guys probably maybe in a day or two. We're going to see how that snowstorm plays out for tomorrow. But I'm definitely keeping my eye out on that 26. Please keep an eye out on that. If you have any travel plans going back from Christmas parties or anything, Christmas, please be mindful that the day after there could be some very crazy snow falling down. So we'll just have to see. And if it's an ice storm, in that case it's even worse. So we will see how all that unfolds and everything. But we'll see how that snow starts trending, if it starts trending or not, and then we'll see what happens. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your night. And if you have a delayed opening, happy Merry Christmas. If I don't see you guys, maybe I won't. I wish you all a very happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're probably going to be back before the New Year's, and we're probably going to make a video about that 26 storm. We probably will. But if we don't, enjoy the snow. Happy New Year's. And we will be stronger, and we will come back stronger in 2026. And for everyone out there, listening to me right now, listening to me with my every single word, I truly appreciate everyone, supporting this channel for, I don't even know how long, 2.5 years. And, the amount of support that we're getting now is just amazing. Our videos are doing really well now. Those storm videos we recorded in April, they're skyrocketing. So, thank you for that. and it really bodes well for me. And I think my future holds a really good position for me. And I'm really hoping my sub count will go even more up so we can start becoming a little bit more popular, a little bit more well known. If we don't, that's okay. That's okay. We will get there certainly. I'm really excited. I'm getting a new camera. I'm getting a new lightning strike detector. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Dude, if you think my phone literally captures insane lightning strikes, you're gonna have to see what that strike finder does, because every single lightning strike is gonna see branches, and like it's gonna see branching out little details that the phone doesn't capture. So I'm very excited to see what this thing can produce, and that's definitely gonna be very exciting. And then we'll get another time-lapse camera. There's a lot of great stuff headed our way. We'll get a new laptop. We'll get a new setup. We might even start going live with Mr. Storm soon. So I'm really excited to start collaborating with him and everything. If you're listening, Mr. Storm, I'm going to start getting a laptop soon and everything. So very excited. But yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited to see what the future holds me. I feel it's going the really good direction. 2,000 subscribers. I cannot be more thankful. You know how hard that is to get on YouTube. I'm very thankful for that, and I'm very happy myself. Anyways, guys, have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you or update about that 26 snowstorm that we are starting to see. And enjoy your days off, and I will see you guys